Welcome again to the newsroom. I am Simisola Adigun. As preparations for the 2023 general elections gear up, aspirants vying for the People's Democratic Party's presidential ticket have been screened at Legacy House, Abuja. The screening began at about 11 a.m. and so far former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former Senate President Bukola Saraki and Pius Ayim have appeared for the exercise. At the end of the screening, however, all three aspirants did not disclose the outcome of the exercise as it affects their candidacy. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has threatened to embark on a 3-day warning strike if the federal government fails to accede to the demands raised by the Academic Staff Union of Universities (ASU). The NLC also slammed a 21-day ultimatum on the government to meet the demands raised by the university unions. NLC President Ayuba Waba said it is regrettable that while the children of the poor are idling away at home, those from rich homes continue with their studies. Ayuba added that the protest is to draw the attention of government to the inherent catastrophe in the emerging culture of social apathy in the society. The Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics (ASUP) has threatened to shut down all polytechnics in Nigeria next week if the federal government fails to meet up with its demands. The union said this as the one-month ultimatum it gave to the federal government would elapse next week, Wednesday. Addressing journalists, the zonal coordinator, Yekini Ashafe, said ASUP had suspended its 61-day-long industrial action on June 10, 2021, following the signing of a memorandum of understanding with the government, but may be forced to resume the suspended action due to the failure of the government to meet the union's demands. In COVID, 3 of the world's biggest vaccine makers have waved off attempts to make them share knowledge of their jabs. A group of investors put proposals to the annual shareholders meetings of Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson and Moderna, but were voted down. The investors argued sharing this intellectual property would speed up the rollout of vaccines by boosting manufacturing. Amongst Pfizer shareholders, only 27.3% were in favor of a similar motion. Johnson & Johnson has not yet released numbers as proposals to them also failed. Minister of Information Lai Mohammed says Nigeria is safe to host the first global conference on cultural tourism and creative industry scheduled for November 14 to 17 in Lagos. The minister added that the insinuation in certain quarters that participants and tourists would not attend the conference because of stories of killings and kidnappings in the country are erroneous. Nigeria was given the hosting right for the maiden global event by the United Nations World Tourism Organization at a meeting held at the organization's headquarters in Spain on April 19, 2022. In Lebanon, authorities have said they cannot keep up with demand for new passports and will indefinitely stop issuing them as the country's worsening economic crisis continues to push people to leave the country. Lebanon's General Security Organization, GSO, announced on Thursday that the number of passports it had available to issue had dwindled, even as requests for new passports had increased tenfold over the past 2 years. The body said appointment for the issuance or renewal of passports would therefore be suspended. Cristiano Ronaldo was on target for Manchester United in their 1-1 draw in a Premier League game at Old Trafford on Thursday night. The goal was Ronaldo's 17th goal of the season for Manchester United, and it earned his side a point from the encounter. Manchester United now ranks 6th, 5 points behind Arsenal in 4th, but having played 2 games more. Meanwhile, Chelsea places 3rd on the table. That's all on the newsroom at this time. Join us again for more news updates. I am Simisola Adigun.